Hi guys, so this one is not exactly audio related, but I promised some of you that I will do a short video on the Android Auto and CarPlay screen that I got from my car about a month ago. I've been driving quite a lot with it for the past 4 weeks, and I'm kind of ready to tell you about the strong and the weak points of the CarpodGo T3 Pro. So in the meantime, let's power it up and you'll see how the boot up sequence looks like and how fast it connects to my phone. So basically the idea is that although my Skoda does have a touch screen and it does have some nice configuration things for the car, it doesn't have any kind of Android Auto or CarPlay available. And retrofitting that with original parts would be, I would say, something like 2 or 3 times the price of something like that. There is a lot of screens like that available, but this particular one is highlighted by reviewers on Amazon for the very bright and very legible screen. And I can confirm that this screen is indeed very bright and it works very well even in the brightest days. Today it's kind of cloudy, but I was driving with this unit when I was on my holiday a couple of weeks ago, and it was in full sun, 35 degrees centigrade outside, and it was still perfectly legible. I would even risk stating that some of the cars that have factory fitted screens with Android Auto are not exactly as clean, as bright as this one. Another highlight is that the screen is laminated from side to side. It's full laminated, so it doesn't look, I don't know how to actually describe that, but screens that are not laminated are looking like they would be behind some kind of glass, like there would be a space between the actual front of the device and the screen. This one is not like that. The screen looks perfectly fine. So I won't be dwelling on the actual Android Auto experience, because this is something that you know. We have our widgets, we have our application list here, so we can start Spotify or something like that, and we can get back to our navigation. So Android Auto experience looks like it looks. You know that one, and there's not much to talk about. Let's talk about what's in the box, because this may actually be useful. The first thing is optional reverse camera. This comes with a long cable for routing this throughout your car, from the back license plate to the front dash. You'll also get 2 instruction manuals, one for the CarPod and the second one for the Bluetooth adapter. These are very nice, but basically the montage of the device is that simple. You're just mounting it to the front dashboard or to your windshield, and you're powering it via a USB cable. One of those cables, the long one, is provided in the box. That goes to your cigarette lighter, and it has a nice power on off switch. So that's useful, but it's kind of large. So when I was using 12 volt lights, 12 volt cigarette lighter connector, I was using one of my own that's very simple, very short. But since my Skoda Octavia has a front USB port, and let's take a look at that, I was able to connect it just to the USB port over there, and it's providing 1 amp of current, and that's apparently perfectly fine for powering CarPod. Yeah, and I have auxiliary port over there, but I'm not using that. But we will talk about the sound options a little bit later. What else can be found in the box? This guy is pretty important. This is USB-C OTG cable, allowing you to connect the USB pen drive to your CarpodGo. Why this is important? Because this is the way to upgrade the firmware. And one of the reasons I chose this particular unit is the fact that manufacturer actually provides firmware updates. Most of the Android Auto screens that you can buy on cheap will be probably working fine, at least for some time, until Google will update or change something in Android Auto or CarPlay. The thing is that in order to follow the changes in the software, you need to follow the changes with updates to the firmware of the device. And Carpod actually provides those. Right after I got this from my mailbox, I've upgraded the firmware on it to the latest version, and I've seen that there's something like 15 versions already that have been delivered during past year. This means that development is quite rapid. And if you'll take a look at the CarpodGo webpage, there is also a portal for user comments and user opinions. And this forum is actually quite alive. People are requesting new features, people are reporting problems, and Carpod is fixing those. So this is something very nice and pretty uncommon. So let's get back to the contents of the box. A couple of more things to go. One gooseneck connector for your windshield, along with a large suction sticker if you would be using this to connect to mount the unit on your dashboard, not on the windscreen. A smaller sticker for the ball mount that's actually used here. I will show you that in a minute. The idea is that you are sticking this to your dashboard, and then there is a short mount with ball joints on both ends that connects to the back of the Carpod. And the last thing, almost the last thing, if you have problems with flickering reverse camera, this is a capacitor filter that you should connect between your backlight, your reverse light, and the camera power. And the last thing that has two uses. As far as I understand, these stickers are to place the USB power cable on your dash so it won't be moving freely. But I've seen on this forum that I've told you about that people are using those also to secure the bottom of the screen to the dashboard. I'm not using these because it's not needed in my case. The important thing is that manufacturer states that this Carpod unit has to be resting on your dashboard. It cannot be mounted freely in the air because then it will be moving with your car, and you do not want that. So it has to be resting on something that will support the weight of the unit from the bottom. And yes, as you can see, I'm using my dashboard here, and we'll take a look at the back of the device in a minute. But the first thing, in case of Skoda Octavia A7, which is also called Mark III, this part of the dashboard is actually made from the soft material. So you can do something like I did, which is routing the power cable behind this control center and behind climate control here. How do I do that? Yeah. Just by pushing this away and pushing the cable inside. It's not exactly necessary, but it looks nicer than the cable just hanging loosely here. So the mounting of the device is really easy, and that's one of the positives about a screen like that. It looks nice and it's very easy to mount by yourself. You don't have to disassemble anything. So let's take a look at the back of the device, and I will disable my Wi-Fi in my actual phone. So yes, so it will disconnect and we will be able to see the configuration screens. Now the thing is mounted on the small gooseneck mount that I was talking about earlier, but at the same time it's using a kind of simple, how do I call that, magnetic mount. Yeah, magnetic mount. So we can do something like that. If you want to remove the screen, if you want to hide it from the side, you can just take it away from the magnetic mount. And now let's talk about the device. We have a set of ports here. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see them. Let's try to focus on them. This is USB-C power. We also have audio input here that's using 3.5mm jack. We have audio video in, that's for the reverse camera. We have microphone input and external microphone input, and we have USB connector for updating the firmware. The interesting thing here is that in this place we have a light sensor, and it adjusts the brightness of the screen automatically. Okay, so now I've touched the screen with my fingers quite a lot, so you can see it really is fully laminated, and it really is a fingerprint magnet. Give me a second, I will clean that and I will mount the screen again. Yeah, so that's the problem with nice looking screens like that. They look very nice, but they really are fingerprint magnets. Okay, so let's zoom in a little. Just one more. Oh, sorry. No. That's too much. That's way too much. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about the configuration and the screen. You have option to start CarPlay, Android Auto. You have option to configure Bluetooth brightness, and the button for the main configuration that will actually allow you to do all of the previously mentioned things. A little help, FM transmitter, because this device does have a built-in FM radio transmitter and Bluetooth connectivity. Yeah, so this one is the most important one. You can choose the language, you can set date and time, you can choose image setting, and you can configure your Bluetooth. As you can see, it's connected to my phone right now, and it's set to auto connect. At the beginning of the video I've shown you how fast it actually boots up and connects to your phone, and there was a reason for that. If you're opening your car with your remote key, as I do when I'm walking to the car, I'm usually doing this when I'm 5 to 3 meters away from the car, and this distance is just enough for me to walk to the car and get inside with my phone already connected to the screen. That's very important, because your navigation and your Spotify or anything else is ready for you at the same moment that you'll be turning the ignition on. So that's something very important, because this works way faster than Android media stations. Now let's move to the display menu. We can choose the schedule for the night mode. We can also switch the night mode by swiping up and down on the screen, but if you prefer, you can set the scheduled hours for changing to the night view. You can set the brightness. During the day it's set for automatic one, and the brightness sensor here works really well. You should be able to see that. Yes, it's already getting darker, and it should be getting brighter right now, and it's working so fast that when I was driving in my garage, and there are lamps on the top of the garage, when I was driving under the lamps, I saw that my brightness is falling and going up like that. So it's a really nice brightness sensor, and it works as fast as the ones that are found in smartphones. Yeah, you can change wallpaper. I think this one was the default one, but I really prefer that one, although that one is also nice. And you can set a custom wallpaper. There is a guide on how to do that on the CarpodGo web portal, and it does require use of the external USB. and it does require a little tinkering, but you can set the wallpaper to anything you like. This one is pretty important because you can set any startup logo that you will like for your car. Yes. And you have a CarPlay settings for the position of the driver, for the 60 FPS mode, which is not basically needed in my case as I'm using Android Auto, and timeout. Volume control is pretty simple. You can just set the volume control, volume level for media, navigation, and the phone. The phone, we'll talk about that in a second. This one is really important. You can choose, I'm not sure if it will want to restart or not. Yeah. So, you can choose one of the 4 modes for the audio output. The default one and the best quality one is using Bluetooth. And most of the cars nowadays, even if they don't have any kind of Android Auto or CarPlay connection, will usually have Bluetooth audio connection. So the idea is that you'll be connecting with Android Auto to the screen, and you'll be using your media system in your car for the audio. The second one uses built-in FM transmitter to connect to your radio. You're just setting your chosen frequency, preferably the one when there are no real radio stations, so you won't get any kind of interference, and that's it. And the last one, the third one is AUX, which basically means that you'll be using the audio output port that I've shown earlier to connect it to your car with a cable, and that cable is not provided in the box. You have to buy or make one for the length that you'll need. And the last one uses internal speakers. The speakers are very small, so it won't be exactly the best choice for listening to your Spotify track list, but they are more than enough for the calls and for the navigation. Everything will be working perfectly fine. Yeah. And you can check the software version, and you can do a factory reset. So that's basically it. The device is very simple, it's working very fast, and the star of the show is the display. This is really high quality, very bright display that has no problems even in the brightest of days. So that's it. I'm highly recommending this one. I'll zoom out right now to show you how I have mounted this in my case, in my Skoda again. So basically, mount on the dash with the magnetic mount. Yeah, the cable, and the cable is routed through here just behind the media station, and it's routed all the way down to the USB port. And that's it. It's really simple thing. Just one cable and we have everything working fine, both the screen and the audio out. One thing that I forgot to show you because I had it in my box here, one thing that's also included with the set, and I was talking about the manual for that earlier, is the Bluetooth receiver, the optional Bluetooth receiver. The idea is that we're using this 3.5mm jack to connect to the auxiliary port in your car, and this is just for powering the receiver from the USB port. So in my case, I could also optionally go for some kind of splitter for the USB port to have two USB-A outputs to connect both of them, but it's perfectly fine in FM transmitter mode or in with the internal speakers. Yeah, I really like that. It's very easy to mount, it's not expensive, it's way more cheaper than retrofitting something like that for my Skoda, and not only for my Skoda, because if you take a look at this forum on the CarpodGo portal, I'll link to it in the description of the video, you will see a lot of photos with the mounts in different cars. So you can look there for a kind of inspiration if you're wondering how it will fit in your particular car. how you should route the cables. Take a look there. There are tons of pictures with comments from the people that had already done so, and there are some very nice cars there. I've seen there was a couple of guys that was mounting the screen in Mercedes SLK cars. So, and it actually looked very good. Yeah. So that's it. It comes with my very high recommendation. If you want something like that, if you need something like that, this kind of screen and Android Auto experience can breathe a new life in your older car. And it works perfectly fine. There are no issues with connecting to the phone. I can show you once again. I'll disengage the airplane mode on my phone, and it's already connecting to my phone as we speak. So it's very fast, it's reliable, and it doesn't have any problems with connections. And if you take a look at the comments, at the reviews for the cheaper screens, because yes, you can get something like that for half the price, but with way worse screen and with connection problems, in my opinion, this is the best choice to have in car if you don't have anything like that factory mounted. So thank you guys, thanks for watching this video. I'll be getting back to my audio reviews right now. Yes, the A75 had already had all listening sessions. I have all the notes and I'm ready to take the video. So stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching, and if you like that video, you're more than welcome to support my channel by buying me a beer. Not while I'm driving, obviously, yes, but I love to have a beer when I'm doing my listening sessions. Thank you guys, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day ahead of you. Bye, and see you next time. Yeah, all the necessary links in the video description.